Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, August 5th, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to be discussing a glitch with volume pricing. We're going to be discussing good eBay buyers versus bad eBay buyers. A really super interesting returns story. Your comments, questions, and concerns. A crazy glitch in leaving feedback, and the eBay seller check-in from yesterday afternoon. So let's go inside and let's get the party started. Okay guys, before we get to the actual eBay video, I want to show you our weather forecast for the next 2 weeks. Take a good look. Cloudy and rain every single day. Guys, last week I cheated a little bit. Not a big cheat, but a minor cheat. I knew it was going to be cloudy and rainy on Friday. And I knew Thursday afternoon we were going to have some peaks of sun, like you saw. So I actually filmed that video on Thursday afternoon. I have to come clean about that. I just wanted some sun in my video for once, and that was what I had to do. Let's start off with your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. Then we have a load of topics to discuss, and I will guarantee you, none of you are going to be bored with what I got to tell you this week. Dennis Copper wrote in, Joe is a real businessman. All of you eBay sellers take notice. This is how it's done. Joey got his smarts early on in life by being in the game. I'm not a businessman, but a technician. I have the ability to see through fog. If you're selling on eBay, protect your merchandise. Always remember this, quote, it's yours until you ship it. Ed, the reselling rider, wrote, you're going to love this story, Joe. A buyer messages me, quote, want to confirm that you will accept returns. Are there certain conditions around accepting returns? The reason I ask is because I just bought 2 pair of these, but 1 pair needed to be a size bigger. After researching reviews, it seems the shoe sizes do run inconsistent between different colors. I just want to make sure I can return it if the sizing is off, unquote. I sell shoes, and the moment she said that she bought 2 and returned 1, it shows me she was probably going to return them anyway. I blocked her, and I never messaged her back. Can't blame you for that. Anytime people ask me what my return policy is, I block them for 2 reasons. Number 1, it tells me that there's a good chance they're going to be a problem in the future. And number 2, it tells me they can't read because it clearly says it in the listing. And if you're wondering what just happened behind me, I couldn't have timed it better. I couldn't have if I tried. A peak of sunlight. A peak of sunlight is here. This is great. The next comment is from L.J. Whitmire. I've been seeing shotgunners for a while. I have to believe that somebody is telling these buyers to try this technique because most of them are too dumb to think of it on their own. What happened to the automatic payments on offers? I've seen one of two buyers with automatic payments, but mostly I have to chase these morons. LJ, that's a great question. I agree with you 100%. It was never rolled out like they said it would. Now, someone sent me a screenshot weeks ago, and on their account it clearly did say, if you accept this best offer, you will be paid immediately. And I think that is great. I swear to Christ on the cross in Brooklyn, I get a minimum of 25 to 50 best offers per week. And I have never gotten that message in my life. It always says buyer has up to 4 days to pay. In a few moments when I'm done reading these, I'm going to do some screenshots and I'm going to show you something, LJ and everybody else. And also, on the shotgun effect that LJ was talking about, he's referring to the fact that there are some buyers, like I exposed last week, that will send a best offer of a certain amount, let's say $40, to numerous sellers, and only the first seller that responds positively gets the sale. The rest are left unpaid. 99% of you guys agree with myself and with LJ. There was one person last week that wrote in the comment section that they actually employ this method and have no compunction about doing it. I'm not going to read the comment nor identify the person involved, but if you guys want to go back to last week's video, you can see that for yourself. I do not ascribe to any buyer using the shotgun effect. I think it's deceitful. The last comment I'm going to read is from Kyoto Sonata. Great story at the end. Though the father who apologized was definitely a marshmallow. If someone promised a son or daughter of mine a deal on a car and then tried to cheat them, I'd be pissed. And if they asked for an apology after finding a way to not be cheated, there'd be a lot of non-PG comments from me that I would make towards them that I won't ruin your comment section with. A deal is a deal. A lot of people enjoyed the story last week I told you guys about a person who I knew named Wilhelm attempting to buy a car from a car dealer named Irving. You guys really enjoyed that story, and every one of you guys agreed that Wilhelm was a marshmallow. Way too soft, just disgusting. If that's what our country is coming to, we're in serious trouble. All right, we have way too many things to talk about eBay related, so let's get to them. I'm going to start off very quickly with a glitch. Two glitches. The first glitch is on volume pricing, for those of you guys who use it. I am unable to add volume pricing to any listing. When I tried doing it the other day, I would click on it, I would select the correct percentage off, and it would look like it went through, but it never went through. After trying for 15 minutes, I got highly pissed off. I took some screenshots and I posted them in one of the Facebook groups because that's what I do when things don't work right. Within a few hours, somebody from the eBay team contacted me. She had seen my screenshots and she wanted some more information. What was my account? What was the item number I was having a problem with? And she said she'd look into it. That was approximately 2 or 3 days ago. I've heard nothing since, and I still cannot use the feature. A second glitch has to do with leaving feedback. Guys, this one's going to make you laugh. I am going to stop the video now, and I'm going to go to a cutaway, 2 interesting screenshots I think you'll enjoy. I would like to share 2 screenshots with you right now. The one you're looking at is from yesterday's eBay seller check-in. And once again, I'm proud to announce that my comment was the highest rated comment of the entire presentation. I'm going to read it to you briefly in case you're not paying attention to the screen. My comment and question was, when will immediate payment be required for best offers? I know there was talk it would be gradually rolled out this summer, but it would be such a relief to know that all best offers would be paid. Just saying. Okay, keep in mind, today is August the 5th, and it has still not been rolled out. And one more screenshot from last night that's really intriguing. So, I sold this item the other day, and the person left me positive feedback. I went to leave my buyer positive feedback, and look what happened. Does this look weird or what? According to the screen, It's asking me to rate myself. The item was sold by me, Hubcap Joe's. Rate your experience, positive. What else would you like to add? How was Hubcap Joe's? How did the part fit? What was the quality like? Were all the expected parts included? They're basically asking me questions about myself. This was last night, which was Thursday night, August 5th, 2022. As soon as I took one look at the screen, I closed it out and I did not leave any feedback. I'll try it again later. Have any of you guys ever seen anything like this? Let's get back to the video. So yeah, guys, the point of those two screenshots, number one, I want you guys to know that I'm always fighting for you. I'm always fighting for the seller. I look out for the seller. I am a seller, okay? We have to stick together, and when something doesn't work right, we need to put it out there. I want immediate payment when buyers make us an offer, plain and simple. That will stop the shotgun effect mighty quickly. And that error message, not message, but that crazy screen I got, they wanted me to leave comments for myself. I've never seen that one before. Have any of you? Comments below. Guys, I now want to spend quite a bit of time talking about returns. Two interesting things happened to me this week. One has to do with somebody filing a false item not as described claim. The second one having to do with circumventing the eBay returns process. So let's start off with the false item not as described claim. This week, I received an unusual amount of returns, way more than usual, probably close to 7. Every one was for wrong size doesn't fit. Hey, that's the cost of doing business online. As long as they're honest returns, I don't mind them. But one of these 7, instead of filing wrong size doesn't fit, they selected item not as described, so they get the free shipping back. In the description section, they admitted it was totally their fault. They didn't read the listing, they didn't measure anything, and they're sorry, they're contrite. So I'm wondering why the guy would file a false item not as described claim against me. So before answering the claim, I engaged the buyer in conversation. I said, I have no problem taking the item back for 30 days. I said, you obviously made an honest mistake and bought the wrong size, but why did you click not as described? I said, do you realize that by doing that, the whole process is stalled? If you would have selected wrong size doesn't fit, it would have been accepted automatically. You could have printed your label and sent me the item back. I said, I'd like to know why you falsely lodged an item not as described claim against me. The guy wrote back and apologized, said he didn't mean to do that. He was using the app, and by accident he clicked that. And I tend to believe him. He seems like a contrite person. But still, I'm screwed because I got the case open against me. So I decided to call eBay concierge or request a call back. They called me back within a minute. I explained the situation, and they read the notes, so they knew I was telling the truth. And she said, well, Joe, the problem is, the way things are on eBay, once they hit item not as described, you're locked in. No matter what they write to you, they can swear on a stack of Bibles the mistake was theirs. It cannot be changed. This is, in my opinion, another flaw in the return system. Buyers are not God, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. But the way the eBay return system is set up, buyers are God. So she says to me, there's nothing you can do right now. She goes, you can give the buyer a choice. Write to him and say he has two choices. Number one, he can go to the post office on his own, pay for a label, and ship it back. Then when it comes back, I give him a refund. Or I could absorb the cost of the label now, send him the label, and then when the item comes back to me, I have the option, as you know, to deduct a certain amount. And I would deduct for the label then. So I wrote those two choices to the buyer. He got right back to me and said, no problem. He goes, send me the label, and when you get the items back, you can deduct. Okay? Coincidentally, I just received a return not more than 10 minutes ago, and I think that's the item. Okay? I should probably open it live on camera. You want me to open it live on camera? Okay, let's stop. Everybody stop! Those who want me to open this right now live on camera, raise your hand. And those who don't, well, first, those who want me to open it, raise your hand. Okay? Those who don't, raise your hand. Wow. Okay, fine. I won't open it. Think I care? Saves me time. We'll continue along. So what I'm going to do is when I'm done with this video, I'm going to deduct the cost of the shipping label that I paid for the first time and the shipping label coming back. Everything gets deducted. Cute Joey doesn't lose money on eBay. Cute Joey makes money on eBay. Okay? That is basically a cut and dry, easy story as far as returns are concerned. I've got one now that's just so freaking ludicrous, it's beyond belief. Okay? So let's get started with it. At this particular time, and even the other day, I have, I think, 5 open returns, not counting the one that just came back. So the other day, the UPS driver pulls up, gets out of his truck, and he brings in 2 boxes, which I'm going to show you in a minute. One is very small, and one is somewhat larger. And as soon as I looked at these boxes, I knew there was a problem, because I know the size of what's supposed to be returned, and neither of them are these sizes. So let me show you this. Okay, see these 2 boxes? Look, one is really small and one is average. Now the items I'm expecting back this week are mainly this size. This is the item that just came back that you guys didn't want me to open, okay? Notice that it's in the original box that I sent, which is totally normal and totally to be expected. Okay, no problem there. But I was very concerned about these 2 items here. And they were wheel emblems. Wheel emblems that I sold last week or the week before. But the buyer circumvented the eBay return system. And you know I hate that. Now I remember when the buyer bought them, he had 0 feedback. And you know, well, enough said about that. So I decided to go back and look at the transaction. And I see now the buyer has a feedback of 1. There are some sellers that leave automatic positive feedback when they receive payment for an item. I do not encourage this, and I'm totally against it. I decided to click his feedback just to see what the item was that he purchased. And what he purchased was a set of 4 of those cheap China hubcaps. You know the kind that eBay is just so proliferated with? All right? So he bought these cheap China hubcaps from another seller. Right? Which made sense to me because I figured he was going to try and use my emblems with the cheap China hubcaps. and for some reason, the deal didn't work out. Either the hubcaps he bought from the other seller were the wrong size and he can't use them, or possibly he got rid of the car or the car got stolen, whatever, okay? Now that in itself is not the main part of the story. So I then go get the big box. And let me clarify, just so you understand a little better. The big box I showed you is not the exact box in question. I don't have one handy that I can reach, but the exact, actually I do have it. I have the exact box right here. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. This is the exact item that was returned to me. Can you see this? Okay? I was about to slice the box open to see what was in there when I looked at the return address from the person who sent it to me, and I realized it's the same guy. So what he did was he bought the emblems from me. He bought the China hubs from someone else, another seller, but he returned everything to me. I could not make this up if I wanted to. Can you believe it? So, what am I going to do? That's what I'm asking you this week. I want comments from each and every one of you. What my move is. What is my play? Okay? For the record, today is Friday, the 5th of August. I received these back. These items came to me Monday. Okay? I want to know, what is my plan of attack? Comment below. I want to see who knows me and who's savvy. Okay? So yeah, that was the crazy return story of the week. Now I have another good one for you. This actually goes to what we talked about a week or two ago when I told you guys that the right buyers are out there. Not every single eBay buyer is the right buyer. So when someone sends you an offer, a best offer on your item, please don't look at the amount exclusively. Look at the buyer. Look at the feedback. Do you get bad vibes? Always go with your gut, and for Christ's sake, listen to the story I'm going to tell you. A couple of days ago, I wake up in the morning and a best offer came in the middle of the night. The buyer is offering me $110 for an item that I currently had listed for $200. Okay? So the item is a rare item. It's definitely worth more than $110. I know if I hold out, I'll get more. However, sometimes I like to opt for the quick hit. Okay? So the first thing I do is I click on the guy, I look at the guy's account, and it says that it's going to be shipped to Long Island, New York. Okay. I click on his feedback, and I see he's registered in Saudi Arabia. Warning sign number 1. I look at his feedback. The most recent comment, buyer failed to pay. Immediately, bang, everything shuts down. I declined and blocked him. I do not want to do business with this person. I am immensely grateful to the eBay seller who left that comment reverse positive, buyer did not pay. If it wasn't for that wonderful seller, I might have. I probably wouldn't have because he's from Saudi Arabia. But I could have accepted the offer. What makes the story even better? Less than 24 hours later, a different buyer writes to me in the contact system and says, "What is your best price for this item?" The same item. I said to him, "My best price is try and get it locally. That way you can save on shipping." Sent the message. Within 5 minutes, he writes to me, no problem, I'll buy them, I'll pay the full price." And he did. He paid the full price because he knew they're rare and hard to get. His feedback was perfect. There was no reverse positive comments. He got the items. And I got $200, not $110. This is a very, 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 very important lesson I want all of you to understand. Please check the buyer's account when they send you a best offer. I know it's against eBay rules to leave reverse positive feedback, but you guys can trust me, okay? You've been watching my videos for years, most of you. Even those of you guys who don't like me know that I come out here and I call it the way I see it. And I'm going to tell you to your face, a good amount of the seller community is frustrated beyond belief with non-paying buyers. I've never seen it like this, even during the early days of eBay. People are being vigilantes to a point, and they're taking the law into their own hands. If it hadn't been for that guy, I might have made a stupid mistake and accepted that guy's offer. Then again, I might not have, but you never know. So I owe that wonderful seller a debt of gratitude for leaving that reverse positive feedback. I haven't done it yet, but I'm not ruling anything out. So yeah, this week started off really good, and then sales took a big tumble, all right? I think it was good up until Tuesday, and then it got really slow. And everything that's selling is basically cheaper stuff. I don't know what to attribute it to. Maybe it's just the normal summer doldrums. I am not concerned in any way. I just want you guys to know that it has slowed down considerably. So yeah, I'm sure there's other things I want to tell you guys, but I just can't think of them right now. So the last thing I'm going to tell you is that I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful as an eBay seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me what you want me to hit up next week and I'll be more than happy to try and do it. Please address all the points I brought up, especially that buyer who circumvented the eBay returns process. What do you think I did and what would you do? Also, those two glitches that I showed you, one about the feedback. I've never seen that one before where they wanted me to rate myself. That's just insane. I had to take a screenshot of that because I don't think any of you would have believed it. That being said, no life story this week, not enough time. Rock on and peace!